wanted to talk about the single most powerful tool we have, in my opinion, to help feel good emotionally, mentally, and that is nature, being outside in the natural world. And as I came out here, there's all these crows, and that's one of the really amazing, beautiful things about nature is that it's full of surprises. It's full of unknowns. So instead of going to your computer and sitting down and going to do the same thing again and again, when you go outside, you never know what's going to be there for you. And that mystery, that sense of the unknown and awe of nature is so powerful and so healing in helping us remember that there's so much out there. And often there are messages as we connect with nature and the natural world. So this crow and all of his friends are talking really loudly right now and just saying hello to all of us and reinforcing, it feels like, that being out here is this opportunity to connect with nature, with birds, with trees, with the sky and the mountains, the water. So they are just flying all around right now. It's pretty amazing. There's also lots of scientific evidence as well as felt sense around nature's medicine for our bodies and minds. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and it's produced in your body to basically respond in a fight or flight kind of way. So your nervous system gets activated under stress, thinking that you're in a dangerous situation, which generally you're not. If you have something due or you're thinking about being late for something, you're probably not actually in danger. And the cortisol in your body doesn't know any different, and it will just continue to build up, can lead to something called adrenal fatigue over time, which can lead to pretty intense disease and illness. So the emotional as well as the physical reaction to being stressed and having cortisol can be counteracted by going outside. There's research that just suggests being outside even for a few minutes will very quickly reduce your cortisol levels because you're connecting with a different reality, the actual reality of the earth versus the reality you've created in your head or that your company has created, in terms of the thing that's due or whatever. And then there's also evidence that dopamine is increased immediately when you go outside. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter in your brain that makes you feel happy. So as soon as you get out into nature, your happy medicine inside your head is increased and you'll just feel happier. Being outside in the sun will help your body create vitamin D with the right nutrients in your body as well. And that is proven to help with depression and anxiety, as well as it's very important physically. And there is just a lot of research in general that the time you spend in nature is very clearly related to reducing your nervous system arousal and therefore helps with anxiety and depression and even ADHD symptoms because the real world moves a lot slower than the virtual world. And so if you're on technology a lot, you're expecting things to move quickly. And so your attention span gets shorter and shorter over time. And if you can slow down and be outside, you can just start to actually increase your ability to concentrate in general. The earth produces an energetic frequency that is scientifically measurable that is the same as our brains when we're in a deep meditative state. And so when you go outside and absorb that frequency, your body will automatically match that frequency more easily than when you're inside trying to meditate, actually. And even if you're not trying to meditate, you can match that frequency or absorb that frequency. And then there's the amazing sacred geometry, like my necklace, in nature everywhere, that is providing its own magic, really, that we probably don't really understand how that is impacting us. But there are so many prime numbers in nature, 3 petal flowers, 5 petal flowers, that are holding a certain vibrant frequency as well by the nature of their shape and form with those prime numbers and sacred geometry. And then there's the beings of nature. So, not only the beings that we can see and hear, like those amazing crows that just came and visited, that were really a beautiful connection to another world from above, if you can connect to how crows see the world. But then there are also many, many nature beings that are the Fae, or that are known from other cultures around the world historically as the magical beings of the earth. So the elves and the gnomes and the fairies are all beings of nature that are available to us, that are holding a frequency, that are here with us, just can't see them. And it's really beautiful to connect with these beings. I often leave offerings for the fairies and the gnomes and receive beautiful messages and support in return, as well as the wisdom of the Andes in South America shows us that the mountains themselves, the trees themselves, the waters, they all have a spirit. So the individual mountain that sits across from me is called Mount Logan, and he is a big mountain that watches over me, and I talk to him and Mount Rosalie, who's his partner over there. The masculine and feminine are often paired, and these two mountains have really beautiful presence. And as I talk to them, I get a lot of messages about protection and strength and love from these mountains, as well as just really honoring their energy and spirit, which is a beautiful connection. And the bottom line is there's just so much out here that is unknown and can create a sense of awe and magic and beauty, that it gives us a really beautiful opportunity to see a bigger picture, see a new perspective, and really see ourselves as part of something that's more than just our own head, where we get stuck sometimes. So please, please go outside.